What's going on, everybody? Brandon here, and I am back with another action figure review. Really excited for this one. We're taking a look at Batman The Adventures Continues Deathstroke, a really cool looking figure. We've seen Slade animated so many times in the Teen Titans cartoon. What would have happened if he was actually an animated character from Justice League Unlimited or from Batman the Animated Series? I can't wait to dive into this figure. Sculpted by Brody Perkins. Very cool stuff. And this is number 56 in the collection. I gotta say, you guys, if there was a character to match this packaging color scheme, it's gotta be Slade, 100%. We're gonna get this figure out of the packaging and take a closer look. Here's the UPC if you need it. All right, you guys, stay tuned. Something I noticed that's really interesting on Slade's box, it says DC Direct down here. They were finally able to make that change. They used to all say DC Collectibles. Unfortunately, this change came just a little bit too late, and DC Direct is no more. But still, nice to see the original name on the last of the Batman figures. All right, so we have Slade out of the packaging, and he looks fantastic, you guys. I am so excited for this figure, and he just hits all the marks. He looks incredible, and the camera probably won't do it justice, but Slade looks absolutely fantastic. They weren't lazy at all with any of this. He's even got the paintwork here on the sides to show that it's kind of like glossy, or how his suit reflects in the light, just like all of the animated characters do in the show. Pretty awesome stuff. And the sculpt work is absolutely remarkable. There's even a sculpted line here in his chest. I'm going to try. There we go. So you can see that there. But yes, there is quite a bit of sculpt work that has gone into this figure, and it looks absolutely fantastic. On the back of his head is this tie for his mask. And unfortunately, it does not go down, and it cannot be removed. But you could always put on the alternate head if that's something that you don't like. Man, you guys, what an awesome figure. I never thought we were going to get Slade. No way. And I'm so happy that we did. The only animated interpretation that we have of this character really is in Teen Titans. And that's about it. So a very cool figure. One that I'm really happy to have in my collection. He's got a really wide chest, kind of like Superman. So it'll be really cool to compare him to an animated Superman figure later. For his articulation, he's got movement in his head, side to side. It's on a ball joint, but it doesn't, he goes down just a little bit. And does he look up? Just a hair. His shoulders are kind of resting on the peg on the inside, and it drops just a little bit lower. So it kind of looks like there's a gap. But it does provide a really good range of motion, out, forward, and back for a full 360. He's got a bend and a twist at the elbow. He even has a cut right here at his glove, which is fantastic. Really good stuff. And he has a full 360 at the wrist, and a bend and twist. And what's even more cooler about this, he is one of the few, just like Azrael, who has the ab crunch. And while it's not a very serious ab crunch, that doesn't really go in very much at all, or out, it is a very nice point of articulation that they added to this guy, and they really did not have to do that at all. They could have sculpted this as one piece, so I can really appreciate that. But now, does he have a cut here at his belt? Yes, he does. Just a little bit tight. I wondered if maybe he didn't for a moment. It looks like he does. So definitely a nice extra point of articulation to have. Oh, no. Let's see. Does it pop back in? It does. So I guess be careful with this, you guys. His legs come out not very far at all. And do they go forward? Yes. Back? Yes. Just slightly. And I guess that's what you get when you've got the mid area kind of like that, diagonally. But I think he's okay. I think that's what happens when he's on the ball peg there. So I think that'll be more than okay. Just be careful with them. You know, DC Direct has that habit of, they make great figures, but they are for the collector. So posability, playability is definitely something that you want to consider. not something for kids, definitely for adult collectors. I like the double joints in the knee. Is there a cut here? I can't tell if this is an articulation piece because his foot's not moving. So I'm going to take it as just this is an extra piece right here for his boot that has been added on that moves but isn't a piece of articulation. His foot comes forward and back and it twists side to side. And that's about it for Slade. A really awesome figure. One that I'm really happy to have. Kind of scared about the leg thing, but aside from that, he's pretty cool. Awesome figure. Very happy to have this guy. If we take a look at Slade's accessories, it looks like he comes with a total of 12. He's got hands that are fists, hands that are open to hold the gun, hands that are open but not with such a wide gap so that way he can hold his sword or knife, hands that are completely open for when he's running or throwing something. We've got a knife, a gun, a sword, and an alternate head. Pretty cool stuff. It's a total of 12 accessories, and the box says he comes with 11, so not sure why that is. But still, a lot of accessories. Pretty awesome stuff. I just wish they still came with a stand. Unfortunately, they don't. And testing out some of these accessories, let's start with the head. Kind of difficult to pop off, but there is the ball peg. And then we're going to try putting on his alternate head. Doesn't seem to want to take. I'm always scared to apply pressure, especially on a DC Direct figure. But let's see. Alright, there we go. So it just pops right into place. And man, that looks pretty sick. You guys. Wow. I think I might like this better than his masked head. That is a really cool alternate head. And so there is Slade Wilson. He looks pretty awesome. I think I like everything about this. I like that that his eye patch is white. That really kind of fits in well with the color of his hair. Wow. Pretty awesome. That's a really nice head sculpt. They really went all out here. That looks fantastic. Man, that's like the equivalent of Jason Todd's unmasked head. That's really cool. And then for his hands, let's do the one with the gun. And these pop in really easy, so that's good. And then the hand with the sword or the knife. Perfect, so his hands fit well. And then let's try this gun. Hopefully I don't do the same thing I did with Red Hood. And hopefully this just fits in well, nice and easy. Oh, and it does, definitely, 100%. This looks great. So the gun fits in his hand very well, nice and easy. I do like that quite a bit. That looks pretty good. And then he's got the holster for it. So we're just going to take this out of his hand. And we're going to see if it fits in that holster. Kind of a tight fit at first, but yes, it does work. The holder is made out of a soft plastic. It's just kind of navigating around his torso and his belt, and that looks really good. Next, we've got the knife, and the knife looks pretty cool itself. I really do like that a lot. That's a nice one. The color matches exactly Slade's costume, so that's pretty cool. And it's kind of looking a little bit more metallic on the screen than it is. I think really it's just a white, but it bounces off the light of the camera, but it looks great. Can he hold it? Let's see. That's kind of difficult. Kind of a tight hold. Oh, no. No! You guys! I think I busted the knife. This isn't going to go well. Okay, I bent it back. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, instead of trying to put that in his hand, because clearly he doesn't want to take, inside there is an extremely tight fit. I think I am just going to put this here on the sleeve, the holster, and forget about it. Man. Kind of bent a little. Can I fix it? Can I wiggle it back just a little? There we go. Whew. All right. Shoot. I think it goes down further. There we go. All right. You guys, I'm getting nervous with this figure. I'm getting really nervous. I really don't want to break him. He looks fantastic. But man, whew. Okay. Let's try the sword. Do I even want to put that in his hand? I don't think I do. No, that's not going to fit. That's kind of a bummer. I wonder if the other hand's any different. Let's give it a try. Holy smokes. Nah, he can't hold this sword. The ball, that ball right here on this sword, that is what is not letting Slade hold this. And this is completely closed. There's no movement between his thumb and his fingers, so you can't squeeze it in between the two. It is stuck like that. So that's kind of lame. So either you could cut the ball off or find a different sword. I'm just going to put this in his back for now. I'll probably just display him with the gun in his hand and one open hand and settle for that. It fits in here really nice and tight. A little too tight if you're not careful, but it does fit. Whew. All right, there's Slade's accessories. Let's switch this out for that open hand and call it a day. There we go. All right. And that looks good. So those are Slade's accessories. Uncut, you see exactly what a collector's going to have to deal with if they open this figure out of the box. There we go. Here's Slade next to some of his previous counterparts, and I gotta say, he looks fantastic. He fits in really well, very nicely. You can definitely tell it's an orangish yellow, and it is a bright blue that makes him stand out among the other characters here. But man, I gotta say, he looks fantastic. Checking out this little one here, this is from the Batman Evergreen line that Mattel did in the 3 3/4 scale, and that reminded me of Beware the Batman. I know he was in that show too for a little bit, so we have a few animated interpretations. He definitely looks a lot more different compared to what we saw in Teen Titans, and I don't think they drew from there at all, if even any. But he does have a lot of striking similarities to his comic book counterpart. So we have DC Universe Classics. You can tell what they did here with the sash, with the lines on the back of the mask, how they drift in the wind. You can definitely see it in the belt. You can see it in the boots. They drew so much from the comic book appearance. But all in all, it looks great, and I think Slade is going to look very, very nice in your collection. And here's what Slade looks like with some other characters from Batman Animated. You can definitely tell next to the Justice League Superman, they look kind of alike, but I think I was a little bit incorrect there. Superman's chest is way bigger than Slade's, but he does fit in very, very nicely with these guys. And I have to say, man, to have these final figures, these new characters that we haven't had before, is like the final touches or the accent marks on these animated figures is extremely nice. They fit in so well together, and Slade is an awesome addition to your collection. I gotta say, I love him, and I love having him in mine. Let me know what you think about this guy in the comments below for sure, and how he stacks up, especially here with some of the other characters in his, like, size, dynamic, height, all of that. But I think he looks fantastic. Alright, you guys, so that about does it for this action figure review. Thank you so much for watching. Slade is an awesome figure. I think he looks absolutely amazing. I think everything about the style, the detail, the sculpt is phenomenal. You know my gripes with this figure. It's in the posability, it's in the accessories, and you saw my stressful moments here throughout this video, especially with his leg and with that knife, and oh my goodness. So you guys, Slade could be a hit or a miss for you. For me, he was an absolute must-have. I got him on Entertainment Earth for $29.99, and I think he's an epic figure to add to my Batman animated collection. So I'm very, very happy to have him. But please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you going to pick up Slade or pass? we're here, we're at the end of the road. These are the final figures. So really, you either grab them now or you miss out, or you'll have to pay a much higher price for these guys later. So definitely all things to consider, but I really like him, and he's definitely one that I'm very happy to have in my collection. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. The likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions go a long way each and every video I make, wanting to share with you guys, with my community, and I'm so happy to do that. Keep it right here at my channel as I have more figures to review, as I find more cool new things or have awesome ideas. You're definitely going to see them right here at my channel. Once again, I'm Brandon, and thanks for watching.